Hello everyone, I'm Pim. And before I begin, I just want to say my gameplay in this video has nothing to do with the topic, it's just something to watch in the background while listening to what I have to say. Anyway, I want to start off with what I think is one of the biggest misconceptions in understanding a transgender person, and that is definitely the way we live our lives. A lot of people just like to think of transgenders as, oh my god, this person was born this way and now they look like this? Do they have their birth body parts still? Is it wrong if I'm attracted to them? Then the rest of the questions are usually everything that hasn't ever been taught to them about transgender health. But that isn't the point today. The point is the point that I want to go over is that one of the hardest parts of transitioning, in my opinion, is trying to fit into society as a transgender person. Sorry if I'm like I can't talk. So let's start from the beginning of my transition. I was born a male, and since your hormone levels take time to increase and decrease, your body doesn't respond to it as fast as it like to, or you would like to, sorry. But so early in my transition, doing whatever as a guy wasn't a problem. I could use any public bathroom, and my only second thought was occasional dysphoria that accompanied using the wrong bathroom at the time, but at this point, there's no way I felt I passed, so I stayed using the men's restroom. As time went on, things got trickier. I was starting to get in that in between phase of that is that a boy or a girl? And then this is where things started to hit me a lot harder. I didn't feel comfortable using a bathroom anymore. My friend came home from the Navy to stay at my place during winter a year or two ago, and we went to the bowling alley. I originally didn't want to go because what if I had to pee? That's going to cause problems. That was my biggest worry in the world. I have the tiniest bladder ever, especially after starting estrogen, but I took the risk anyway. We went bowling, and sure enough, guess who had to pee? Yeah, that's right. Me. I hate you, bladder. Anyway, I didn't feel safe going in by myself, so my friend accompanied me into the bathroom. And he's a pretty big guy. He's like 6'3". And as we're walking towards the bathroom, this guy comes out that's obviously from a bar inside the alley. And he just looks like one of those guys who you don't want to mess with. I'm just thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? Like, this is the end of the world. Anyway, to my luck, nobody else was in the bathroom at the given time, and I got out, barely alive mentally. A year passes, and I'm now about 2 years on estrogen at this point. The first time I used the women's bathroom was with my mother, and there was a girl in there crying. She left as soon as we came in, probably because she was embarrassed, but it felt great getting to use the bathroom that aligns with my gender. A couple of months later, and now I'm 26 months into transitioning, and even though I've used the women's restroom a few times, even alone, it still makes me feel highly uncomfortable. And the thing is, I pass, and I've been told a number of times by people that they wouldn't have ever known if they didn't know me prior to changing my legal name. But still, there's just that lingering pressure that's there, and it's like, hey, what if somebody catches on that you're not cis and you're harassed over it? The immediate thought is, whatever, go on with your life and forget them. But when you're forced into that situation, it's hard to know what's going to happen and how you're going to react to it. Alongside your own pressure from your mental, you're influenced by social media that this trans person was murdered, this person was harassed and kicked out of a bathroom, and it just terrifies you because you're that minority that could fall victim to it just like they did. But I want to say that I'm not alone in this, and this goes through the minds of a lot of transgender individuals, and that personally I avoid restrooms because of how they make me feel personally. I eventually need to get over this fear that I have and start taking the risk of going in there. But it's a lot easier said than done. There's a lot of opportunities and events I've missed because I'm personally scared of what could potentially happen. Another part that ties into the risk learned behavior is definitely your voice. And you're sitting here listening to me, and my voice definitely went from like higher to lower because this is like my default talking voice. But this is another insecurity that has stopped me from enjoying activities at points in time. I had voice surgery last year and my pitch is better, but I'm still in need of practice and possibly a second surgery to make it so my default low voice of my voice isn't a mix between girly and boyish. But the point is, there were a lot of times before my surgery where I'd avoid a lot of fun activities, such as I used to be a co-owner of a Discord server of 70,000 members, and all my friends would get into a voice chat. And some people that I didn't know that much as well, because it's a public server. And I just felt like I couldn't talk because of how my voice sounded and that I'd be judged and misgendered because of it. Talking on the phone was another one, if it wasn't with particular doctors that are part of my treatment plan. The good old, hello, sir. How can I help you today? What a lovely feeling that was. Or the time that I was playing a game with my friends, and some of them knew, but a few didn't, that I was trans. And the first thing I get when entering the voice call is, what's wrong with this person's voice? And it's just like, it just makes you feel like, what am I even doing in here? Like, it sucks. It's the worst feeling ever. And I'm now almost 1 year post OP of my voice surgery, and I've started to care less about what others think of my voice. So I'm trying to move forward because there's more people out there that accept me than would rather tear me apart. And I guess that applies to the bathroom situation as well. And that's another thing that's coming together. But I think after I get feminization surgery, voice crack, Jesus Christ, Ellie, that I'll feel more comfortable using the women's bathroom. The point of this video was to kind of get an exposure to what it's like living as a transgender person. And on top of the uncomfortableness with yourself, bathrooms, voice, and general gender dysphoria, you have to deal with the side effects of the medication, the injections, surgery, and a whole bunch of more pain that just to get glimpses in hopes of being yourself one day. It isn't easy, and I have to say that transitioning has been one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. So, if you're a person that has trouble accepting others because they're different than you, take a step back and say, this person is dealing with their own stuff, and I shouldn't tear them down over it. We're all trying to live as ourselves and be happy. Be that person that allows yourself and others to enjoy their lives. Thank you for listening to what I had to say, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe if you would like to hear and see more videos from me. God, I need to get used to talking. Alright, thank you.